All right, welcome everyone to our Wednesday at noon Power Hour. So excited to have you. Vicki kicked us off with an epic Power Hour on Monday, so I hope you guys repeated that on Tuesday. And then today's you can repeat tomorrow, and then we'll have a new coach on Friday. So excited you guys are here. I created some slides that have some scripts on them too for your Power Hour today, just as, you know, give you some more ideas, or if you're feeling stale with what you have, you can use these, switch it up to where it's your voice and your wording. But we'll go ahead and get started. So let me share my screen with you, and each of our things will be about 10 minutes today. So let's do this guy. So what I like to start with is I like to add to my network first. It's just kind of like getting me warmed up. And so I go in, I'll start the timer and we can do our first 10 minutes. This is the time where you get to search those hashtags. If you created kind of a list of 10 to 20 hashtags that describe you, you can search those on Instagram. If you're adding in Facebook, you can do it through your groups that you're in. You can do it through friends of friends. And I actually like to do it through something I call workplaces. So I'm going to start the timer so you guys can go ahead and get started with your version of adding. If you want to see what workplaces is, you can follow along with me and I'll show you how I add to mine. So, all right, let me get the timer going. Ready, set, go for it. 10 minutes. Okay, let me share. All right, when I go in for mine, I go to my profile and I hit my friends list. And then over here, can you guys see my Facebook right now? Okay, you hit find friends, this plus button. When this page comes up over here on the right side, this is where I like to find new friends. I go to the employer list and I like to find people who used to work at the places where I have worked in the past. Or if you get really creative, you can start thinking about places in your town where your target coach or customer might be. So maybe they go to a gym in your town. You could type in the gym here. So for instance, we have a really cool studio called Yoga Center here in San Luis Obispo. So I would click on Slow Yoga Center and then boom, up pops, let's see, oh, it's not letting me. Okay, up pops a whole list of people who've ever said that they worked at Slow Yoga Center. So you can go ahead and go in and add a lot of those people as friends. If you want to see some of your past workplaces, you just uncheck the box you just did and check the boxes that you've entered before as past employers, and those people will come up. So just kind of a different way, something in common. You know, you might even realize, oh my gosh, I've never connected with this person. You might remember them from back in the day. So all these people I'm not going to add because they're mostly guys. Although this person, Zoe, yeah. And I've done this one before, so that's why you don't see any women. But I'm going to try, I have a little favorite coffee shop in town too, and a favorite like little dog boutique that I always frequent. So, you know, people who've worked there, visited there, you could use those too. Black Horse Coffee Shop. And so start thinking about maybe baristas, if that's kind of your network, or if you go for hairdressers and you were once a hairdresser, you could look up different salons in town, and you can start adding those people too. So that's an idea. So go ahead, you got about 7.5 minutes left.
Oh, I got burnt. What the fuck is that? Maybe not. Fuck, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, Whit, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm shortening everything I say today. I don't have the energy to go through all my words. But okay, so I've never actually utilized the Find Friends. And like on the Monday team or the Monday live power hour, I said, I feel weird sending random friend requests to people. But I have a question for you. So I'm looking over here under my Find Friends, and I actually clicked on current city just because I'm new here, and I thought it would be fun to make new friends that are new in town. What do you say when you send a friend request? Maybe you guys have mutual friends, or maybe you guys have mutual interests. What do you say to someone when you send a random friend request?
So don't say anything right away, because I know that if they haven't friended me yet, my message is going to go into their junk folder anyway, so they'll never see it. So I wait until they accept it, and then I send them a thank you, and it looks like we had a lot of mutual friends. I love connecting with women, other empowering, awesome women. Here's what I love to share. What are you all about? Something like that. So then I start the combo right there with them, and I'll show you that in the next little power hour section. I just send a bunch of those each day, and it's usually to the people I friended yesterday who accepted. So I have a high rate, you obviously, because it's somewhat cold, I look for people who I have mutual friends with just to up the likelihood that they'll accept my friend request. But yeah, you'll absolutely have people that won't accept it, and then they never get a message from me, and that's fine.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Can you turn it down? My phone's about to die. Music playing at somebody's mic. Jeremy, can you get my phone charger?
Where's the charger box at?
It should be attached to it.
Here.
Okay. Did it on the first step. I'm going to move on to the next one, which, let's see if this will work for me. There we go. Okay, this is where I start new conversations. And I do it in a couple different ways. So this goes back to what Vicky just asked of what do I send right when they accept my friend request? This top one is what I send, whether it's Instagram or Facebook. Other ways that I start new conversations with people, I will, if I post like a before and after, so like yesterday I did a Transformation Tuesday, and whether it's my own or somebody else's, I'll send this to everybody who liked it. Hey Rachel, thank you so much for sharing the love for Jess yesterday on the shout out post or today. I really appreciate you making her feel so special. How have things been with you? If it's somebody who's frequently or has liked my past posts, I'll send them this one. Hey, Holly, thanks so much for sharing your love and support on my posts. I so greatly appreciate your energy and vibe. How are things with you? How's the week going? And then if I don't have, if I'm not using those one day, I'll go into birthdays, into events. I'll find the people whose birthdays are coming up and whose birthdays already happened, not the people whose birthdays are today, because they're already getting a million messages and mine will get lost in the shuffle. And these go not on their wall, but in the private message. So I say something like, hey, Sarah, happy early birthday. Hope your day or your birthday week is going to be as awesome as you are. Do you have any fun plans to celebrate this week? Early birthdays do really well because people are like, wow, this person knows my birthday beforehand. And then belated birthdays do pretty well as long as it's, the next day or the day after. Then they're back to answering messages. So they're back on kind of Facebook and it's not lost in the shuffle. Oops, sorry. So feel free to use any of those and we will get started. Go for it. Start new conversations, 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh. So I love the idea about sending happy early birthdays. I'm getting so many messages like, oh my gosh, wow, thank you so much.
It has been the biggest game changer for me for starting conversations because people love when you recognize them for their birthday. It's amazing. You
Absolutely.
know a week in advance, so you can do it them all on Monday and make that your Monday thing.
This is awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Okay, moving on. Next step. Let's see. Click on this guy. Okay. Next step is to invite to the challenge groups. So usually these have been people that we've been forming with all week, and you started even the conversation with Vicky, or in Vicky's Power Hour, you started a conversation with them. You've built that relationship over Monday and Tuesday. Now it might be time to invite them. Or these are people you talked to last week. So here's a couple scripts that I like to use. And feel free to use them, word them however you'd like, and then we'll spend the next 10 minutes going through challenge group invites. If you guys have any questions as you go through them, just unmute yourself and feel free to ask. All right. Challenge groups done. Okay, next one, invites to coaching. So I divide mine up. And now I really focus on the people that I think would be my awesome coaches. To include a couple of scripts here that you're, welcome to use as well, that have been working really well for me, inviting to sneak peeks, and then just inviting to the coach opportunity in general. Let's start the timer. If you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself. Awesome. Okay. Almost there. 2 more. All right. So next I go into 10 minutes of follow-up. And I go through, so Vicki did this first on Monday, and I usually save, I liked Vicki's method too, of like clearing out the inbox before you start. So you can do either. I usually hit it now because I go back to messages that people sent to me from Monday's Power Hour or Tuesday's Power Hour, especially when I sent them a donut or an invite to the challenge group. And they asked, okay, what are the specifics? Or maybe they sent it today. Hey, I want to know more details. This is what I send. I just say, awesome, so excited to chat with you more about it. Cost and certain specifics, totally based on your goals and what you'd like to achieve in the group. Would it be okay if I sent you over a couple questions to help me better assess starting points, goals, etc., so I can be the best coach possible for you and give you the best recommendations? Reason I do that is because if I launch right into a response about the challenge group and the pricing, you almost never hear from them again. So you want to find out about them first and figure out with these questions that you would send after they say, yes, it's okay to send them the questions. You're going to figure out, are they busy? What are their goals? Do they struggle with eating? What kinds of workouts do they like? So basically, once you have these answers back, you know almost exactly what challenge pack would be amazing for them, or if a challenge pack's not the right fit, something else might be. So these are the questions that I like to send back. So this is kind of my time for follow-up and checking in with people who are curious about more. Other follow-ups you can do, you can go back to messages from last month, maybe people who fell off and you want to reconnect, start building that relationship up again. This is a great time to go back to your messages from, what is today, March? So go back to February about this time, 15th, and see who's in there and see if there's anybody you can start reconnecting with that maybe became a ghost after an invite. It's time to put them back at the beginning of the funnel and compliment and run them again, or start that conversation. All right, 10 minutes.
So Whitney, are you sending these questions in an email to them all at the same time, or are you sending them individually, like through Messenger and stuff?
Great question. So when they say it's okay if I send, after I ask them, can I send you some questions? They say, sure. I'll send them all in Facebook Messenger.
Okay, got it.
The way you could do this, that I've seen my coaches do it, is they put these questions in a Google form. So then they just send a link to the Google form, and then somebody fills out 8 questions, it submits it, done.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're an email gal, go for email.
Okay. Thanks.
So Whitney, you're actually saying to ask them questions first to see where they're at, right?
You got it exactly. Is it Terry?
It is Terry.
Hey Terry, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, that was weird. Yep. So I want to find out what I can, because I don't know. I know what group I want to run, but I don't know if the challenge pack I'm going to suggest for them is the right challenge pack. So based on their answers, now I can craft, okay, this would be the right package for you based on what you told me your weaknesses are or what you want to work on.
Yeah, because I found myself at times when I talk to people, I'm kind of in limbo of which way to go, of what I should try to best fit them. And I find myself a lot blowing up Vicky's inbox saying, hey, what should I do?
Yep. And it took a while. It just took a while for being a coach and then going through different programs yourself or researching the different programs to learn what was best. But what I have my team do, if they're new, is whatever the questions are, they then go submit the answers in our team page and go, you guys, based on these, what program would you recommend? And then our whole team can answer back and go, she should try this, or have her try this. Because based on the team, pretty much with our team, everybody's tried every program. So you could post it in your team page with Vicky if she's okay with that, and then see what the whole team recommends. Sometimes too, Terry, if I'm in limbo between 2 or even maybe sometimes 3 programs, usually 2 for somebody, I'll say, okay, I have some ideas based on what you recommended. I'm going to shoot you over 2 ideas, and I want you to let me know which one sounds more appealing. And then I'll copy the YouTube link that Beachbody provides for Shift Shop and the Beachbody link for 21 Day Fix if I'm deciding between those 2. And I'll let them watch it, and I'll say, which one speaks to you? And then they get to choose. They kind of feel like they have a part in it. So sometimes sending them options is okay too. Okay, we have hit the final 5. So here is, let's see, there we go. All right, so the last 5 minutes, I do them similar to Vicky, where I go in and check the Coach Online office, or this is also a great time if this is when you have a chance to check in with your challengers or do some recognition. This would be a great time to do that. I put 10 minutes, but if you got 5, that would be awesome. I'll let you guys hop off at 1 o'clock. And then with my customers that Beachbody gives me, if you hit Success Club 5 or Success Club 10, I wanted to share with you what I say to any new customers that you have. And then Vicki also shared some great email templates with us. So I like to text them if they leave their number there. So I start off with just, hey, is this blank? Is this Vicki? Because I want to see if they respond first. I think if I led with the big long spiel about how I'm a coach, they just won't answer. So I want to see if I can get them to answer first. And so I just say, hey, is this so-and-so? Yes. And then that's when I send who I am, what I'm about, and then usually a little picture. This has been working out really great for free customer leads and Shakeology leads. And then I almost always end up adding them to a free group if they're a free lead, or a challenge group if they're a Shakeco customer. So find people check their texts more than they check their email. So go ahead and check your back online office, or if this is a great time for you to jump into your challenge groups and do some recognition, go for it. Go for these last kind of 5 minutes here. Okay, that's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for jumping on. I hope this was helpful. If it was, you can use it tomorrow for your power hour. If it wasn't, you can use Vicky's for tomorrow's power hour. You guys, it's just about finding your style and finding what works for you. But the most important thing is just taking action every single day and not getting stuck in that training mode, which I was number one at doing that, just getting stuck in like training paralysis. So implementing what you learn, and you're just going to get better at this the more you do it. So any questions before we hop off? All right. We'll be posting a Wednesday check-in. So it's a kind of a check-in to see how many people you were able to invite in each category. So I'd love to see your answers in those comments. And then that'll inspire the other people to watch this and then go in and hit theirs as well. So we'll lead it off today. All right. Awesome. Vicki, you want to add anything? You all good?
Yeah, that was awesome. I even got a lot that I learned. So I love that we're always learning and always growing. So thank you so much, Whitney.
Always. Awesome. All right. Have a great day, you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.